What's going on YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got a beautiful build for you. And today's not just any beautiful build. This is our Black Friday champion coming out here for 2024. Every year we have a specific system that is like the top tier of gaming performance for the best price point possible. And this year we're starting off with a 7000X 3D. Pairing it on the B650 Tomahawk board, we've got a 360 AIO cooler coming in from Montech and their HyperFlow, which is one of the best value performance coolers possible in a 360 AIO. We're putting all in the beautiful C3 Antec case, which has that kind of dual chamber ARGB effect. It's got 3 fans on the side, 1 fan on the rear, has a bit of RGB on the bottom. And then we've got a 2 terabyte NVMe drive coming over from Kingston in the KC3000 drive. And then we have 32 gigs of 6000 CL30 RAM coming in from Team Group and the Delta RGB. And to power this bad boy, we've got an 850 watt power supply coming in from MSI with the brand new GL 3.1 ATX 3.1 rated power supply as well. And then for graphics, we had to go big on this one. We went with the MSI RTX 4070 Ti Super. So we have one of the best graphics cards you can possibly buy if you're looking for games like Escape from Tarkov, looking for Call of Duty, looking for anything that really is going to push that CPU and that GPU combo to the max. And this system can absolutely do it. This system's coming in just over 2K, so if you're seeing this video, you want to come over and check it out, we're going to drop a low down in our description to go over and purchase this beautiful PC. Let us know your link down below in the comments. Make sure to like button to help us with the algorithm. Make sure that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful PCs like this that end up in your YouTube algorithm. And remember, if you want to catch us live unedited raw like it is right now as I record this, and my chat is actually bombing the crap out of memes and emotes and everything on the right here, you can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Stints. We stream around 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We hope to see you soon.
All right, how are we sounding this morning? Good morning. Let's get started. How do we sound? We sound pretty good? All right, so everything off the top here. Everything we don't need right away, get out of the way. We don't need the GPU yet. It's beautiful 4070 Ti Super. I do have pants on. This is a 2K-ish, but it is, yes, with Black Friday, typically the system is like 27, 2800. It's considerably a lot less on Black Friday, so for a Black Friday deal. So this will be going soon, going live. Get the CPU down and in right away. Down and in we go with the socket, all clear. Get the CPU out, down in we go. 7000X 3D, and we go with the socket. Drop it nice and easy, boom, right on. Latch it in, all good. Yeah, we wanted to go for a really high quality Black Friday deal, or Black Friday PC. That this is really geared for like content creation, streaming, gaming, or even like I said, 1440p 4K realm. 16 gigs of VRAM, 16 gigs of VRAM, you can go into 4K. But if this is a 1440p like gaming streaming dream. So most likely on our website, and AJ can correct me, I think we're going to have 2 options on this. You can upgrade to 64 gigs of RAM, and then you can also upgrade to a 40 Super for additional cost. But it's going to come as you see it here in the specs today. And it's, like I said, it's a killer price. Low torque screwdriver, really good for like NVMe drives. We want to do SSD unless you're doing 2 terabyte already. Yeah, we're doing a 2 terabyte. If you want to add on SSDs, I think they can do it in the checkout. But I mean, 2 terabyte it's so good. If people want to do any kind of changes to the Black Friday deals, we can honestly they can just submit a bill request like I want this. With like, let's say an additional 2 terabyte drive, and I have 4 terabytes, but 2 terabytes is like the sweet spot right now, honestly. Let's get our NVMe drive in today. Again, the KC3000 2 terabyte. If I was actually gonna build a PC, this is the specs right here. I think we've talked about it before on the channel. If I was gonna build a PC, I would go for exactly what we're building today. Almost even with the case too. This C3 case we're building today, I think we built it once before maybe on the stream, and I think it's just absolutely so nice. So we'll see here in a second. Get the KC down in the slot. Let's drop our thermal cover back on. All right, Delta 6000 CL30 RAM. Like to see, maybe RAM, or we can do something like that again like we did last time. It's been warm down there, hasn't it? RAM is down in the T-Force Delta RGB, absolutely beautiful. This cooler uses what's called the factory retention clips. Again, let's talk about what we have down in the slot. We have the 7000X 3D on the beautiful B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi board. We've got the 2 terabyte KC3000 drive in our NVMe slot 1. And then up here we have our 32 gigs of 6000 CL30 RAM. Phenomenal system. All right, let's slide this aside, and then we'll grab our case, the beautiful Antec C3. There you go, let's do the C3. This is the case right here, chat. It's an absolutely beautiful case coming in from Antec. So you're getting a kind of dual chamber design on this build today. Heavy glass, heavy good quality glass from Antec. Probably weighs like a third of the case. All right, absolutely beautiful case. Put our retention screws back in. They're not self-retaining. It's only, I would say it's one of the only things I don't like about the case, but everything else about this case is great. These are reverse fans, by the way, chat. We have 3 reverse fans. We have our top rad, and we'll have our exhaust fan. So plenty of good quality airflow through this case. You have a little RGB thing here. You can also put, I believe you can put another fan down here if you wanted to, but this is also our drive. So we're gonna take that out really quick because it has our screws and everything in it. You know, sideways really quick. We're gonna drop these 2 screws out really quick so we can get put all of our stuff right in that tray. I wish they would put it somewhere else in the back, but they put it, I guess, here so you know it's not going anywhere. Luckily, it has a nice little guide, so just boop, rocks right back in place and sets with 2 screws. It's pretty easy. It just, it adds about two minutes here just to the build. Put our filter back on, which is form-fitting right to that space, which is nice. And go back up with this. So we have all of our screws now. Back's a little messy, which we'll clean up. All of our screws, our PWM fan hub, RGB hub as well. Not too bad though. All right guys, we're gonna go top down and get ready to put this motherboard in. All right, down and in we're gonna go with the motherboard. There we go, all right. Get our motherboard screws. All right, 3 more screws here on the bottom, chat. We'll flip it up and you can take a look at it while we get the front panel connections in. All right, let's flip this up so you guys can look at it. This beautiful C3 case with a nice Tomahawk board inside. It looks absolutely stylish. It looks good. It's a good color combo. Matches really nicely. All right, let's start working on some of these cables in the back. I am gonna need my light back here today. Let's get a little dark back here on this black case. Start working on some of these cables, front panel connections, get these all dialed in. Let's get our USB-C, USB 3.0 headers in. USB 3.0 headers and hide these cables right here nicely. So I always like this right here. Hide these little cables coming over the top there, which is nice and neat. Our front panel connections. We have our Type-C. Let's get that in next. USB Type-C in there, nice and neat. Reset LED switch, good. All right, front panel connections in next, and then we're gonna move on to our power supply, guys. It's looking really good so far. All right, so we have hard drive LED, power switch, and power LED. Easy peasy. First thing we are our hard drive LED in the bottom. Top will be power LED. These are our indicator lights. The next will be our power switch. Our front panel connections, those are all good. Pop those back down nice and neat. There we go. Our RGB to the motherboard, and then we're moving our power supply in, which are our RGB right here. And then also our fan headers are gonna go right here. So first is gonna be our RGB header. Our 5-volt RGB, which is right here above the power, or the front panel switches and connections. All in there. Next is going to be our PWM from our fan hub right here to our system fan header. Boom, all done there. Now we have our HD audio, which we're going to do here in a second. But right now we have all of them done on the back. All we have to do is power SATA. And then we're going to move on to our power supply. Get our power supply out, guys. Here we have the 850GL PCIe 5 ATX 3.1, CyberX 3.1 power rating. Power supply from MSI. 12-volt high power for our GPU, UPS 1, UPS 2 for our CPU power, 24-pin main, and then we'll need 1 SATA. And the other cables will go into the motherboard box, into the bag here along with our power cable. So go into the motherboard box, nice and secure. There we go. Let's slide this power supply in. Just gonna get a little slack on this extra GPU length cable we have here. Slide the power supply into the basement. All right, our HD audio we're plugging in right now. There we go, all in. Next to me, our 24-pin main motherboard. Run up and tuck up in here. There we go, all in. There we go. Cables in the back looking pretty good. All we have left is our cooler now, chat. There's our cable management. Obviously with the hub, it's a little dangled in the middle, but we have all of our main cables ran in the back, nice and tight, nice and clean, down the middle. Let's get this cooler in next, chat. So we're gonna go top down. We have our Intel brackets as well. Bring our AMD in. In there. All right, here we go. Right. All it's on. Let's get these nice and tight. Just gonna tap really quick with a screwdriver. And then manually tighten the rest. Okay, there we go. Manually tighten the rest. So I'll show you exactly what we just did. Just ran our mounted our pump. Gonna run our cables over the top next. Over we go. The header is right here as well, which is nice. All right, up and then we go with the rad. It's mounted in place. All right, our 4 corners nice and secure. Move this around so you guys can see it now. We have to connect our RGB and our PWM to our header next. The great thing about this case is we have a little bit of room here, which is nice. Not jamming our fingers. The only cable that's slightly sagging is the EPS cable that runs up the side. I'm not gonna zip tie it to the back of the frame to block any kind of other connections that you can have there. Yeah, my battery got burnt, yep. And then on the back, there's a lot of daisy chain. We made it pretty clean for what you have. There's not a lot of space in this case. Like literally it goes right on here. So you can't bulk anything up and hide and kind of hide it with the 24 pin like you usually would. And these are just all the bulkiness that comes with the hub. There's just so much bulk with this hub. But you don't want to put any kind of pressure on the connections on the bolt. But this right here is just our EPS cable, comes right off the back of the power supply. I could tuck it in here and zip tie it, but then it looks weird. It's really personal preference. You can just tuck it underneath the power supply like I just did there. So, it's a little bit more to do, but other than that, it's super clean. All right, let's put the GPU in. All right, get the GPU out, 4070 Ti Super. Ideally, you want to go with the Gaming X Slims. It might be the Gaming X Slim or it might be Ventus overclocked editions. Right now, 4070 Ti's and 4080 Supers have been going like hotcakes. 4090s are pretty much non-existent. So we're trying to keep whatever we can in for this card with MSI. So we have a price between those two GPUs. Like if we get the 4070 Ti Super, it's just an extra added value. The 4070 Ti Ventus OC is about the same, actually the exact same performance. But there it is, chat. There's a beautiful 4070 Ti Super today. Comes with this build. No, these are reverse fans on the side. They're not exhausting. They're reverse fans on the side. There's our 3 intake fans. The rad's exhausting and the rear fan's exhausting. There's actually really good airflow in this case. That's why we picked it. Self-in on the MSI logo, good to go. Let's drop it in. 4070 Ti Super right in the slots. All right, in we go. 3, 2, 1 with a thunk. There it is. All right, in we go with the power cable. And we're getting ready to light up this bad boy, chat. You guys ready for this? Tuck this in. Our basement. There we go. There it is, chat. She's done. We're gonna boot right into Windows installation, or USB installation drive, right into Windows. Let's go.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.